I want to film a video, but there's this stupid fruit fly that keeps flying in front of the... Stop it! Stop it! Did I get it? No. Well. Happy Friday, everybody! Today I'm gonna do like a mishmash video of various things, most of which are not bookish. So, number one, thank you to Natalie. I got your package in the mail this morning and it made me incredibly happy. Thank you a million times, thank you. I wanted to show one of the things that you sent me because I am incredibly intrigued by it. And this is, it's called the Sage Natural Wellness First Aid Kit. And I think this is kind of like aromatherapy, which interestingly was actually recommended to me by an anxiety counselor some years ago. I've never looked into it, but it has different like ointments. There are like 4 of them. Ointments and oils that are for like stress release, which is the one I'm gonna try using today. I feel like I actually really need that. It's such a cool idea. I love that it comes in this little first aid kit tin. It's adorable to look at and it smells pretty good even though I haven't opened the bottles yet. So yeah, absolutely brilliant idea right there, and just thank you for being so incredibly sweet to me. The second thing, which a couple people have asked me to show my afghan better, I didn't show it very well last time, it is now 100% complete. So yeah, I am really happy with the way that it turned out. The border is, so how do I explain this? I added like 2 or 3 stitches around for each block because I needed to make the stitches a multiple of 6 plus 2. Anyway, the math worked out, but it does mean that the border is actually a little bit wider. Therefore, it's kind of frilly looking, which I actually really like the way that turned out. I think it's a pretty cool effect. But if I had to plan this all over again, I would use the dark green color and I would do a border around it and then do this tan border. I contemplated this, but it's a good idea that I didn't do it because I would not have had enough of the tan if I had made the circumference of the afghan any bigger with an additional border. So I am really happy with it. I've run it through the wash once and now it's like super soft. And now I'm planning the next afghan, which I don't have a pattern or anything in mind, but it's gonna be red because I've never made an afghan or any project that has red in it, and it's my favorite color. So yeah, I don't know if other people who do crafts and stuff like this feel like this, but every afghan that I've made has been very strongly associated with that time of my life. This, as depressing as it sounds, is the sickness and death afghan because I started making it in 2014, which was not a fun year. Not a fun year at all. But I feel like my next afghan is gonna be red for me, and it's gonna be like that late 20s era of my life when I'm an official adult and independent and everything is great. And yeah, it's gonna be all about me because why not? Now on to the books that I'm currently reading. I'm listening to the audiobook of Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is his latest book, I think, and it is a pretty simple introduction to astrophysics. And, you know, how did the universe come about? How did the planet form? Basics like that. I'm listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson narrate it himself, and it's like being enveloped in that warm, comforting blanket. He just has a wonderful voice. He's a good narrator for things like this, so I'm just really enjoying that. I've got another jigsaw puzzle going and I'm doing that while I'm listening to this audiobook, and it's a good time. I'm also reading another nonfiction book. This one is about genetics and it's called A Crack in Creation. It's by Jennifer Doudna and a co-author whose name I can't remember, who I think was her PhD student. Anyway, this book is about CRISPR, which is a technology that has made gene editing, like editing a genome, very easy considering how it's been done in the past. I think it's supposed to be now very easy and accurate, and it now allows us to control and modify our own genome, and it's brought up a lot of ethical, moral questions that I think not a lot of people thought they were going to have to answer in their lifetimes. So I haven't gotten too far into this book yet, but so far it seems to be a really good explanation of what CRISPR is, how it came about, and then it's going to be tackling some of those ethical questions of how much control, how much power should we have over our own genome. So this is going to be a really fascinating read. You know me, I really enjoy reading about genetics, and the real world quandaries of genetics are also fascinating and a little bit terrifying. We'll see what I think about this issue when I'm done with the book. And the final thing, perhaps the most important thing in this video, is that my copy of The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin arrived yesterday. One of those few books that I literally rip the package open up the book, and start reading it right away. There is no collecting dust on this book. I have already started it. I am only like 8 pages into it, but I have started it, and this will probably be read very quickly over this weekend, because I don't have any other plans for this weekend. I thought maybe I would get out and do things, but no, the eclipse crowds have started already, so I'm gonna stay home and inside and pray that it doesn't rain on Monday, because it would suck if it was cloudy. Anyway, that is it for my Friday. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and that you have good plans for the weekend, and I will talk to you again soon. And until then, bye.